So let's talk about Final Fantasy 16. So when I was watching the trailer, I immediately said to myself, this is Final Fantasy. But what I didn't know was that it was a main number Final Fantasy, because if you judge from the graphic standpoint and the blood standpoint, you would think that it's a spin-off or some type of fucking whole nother game, So the main number Final Fantasy games really don't have that much blood in them, or actually the main number of Final Fantasy games don't even have blood in them at all. And if you judge from the graphical standpoint, it's not really up to par like Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Um, I know in the graphic standpoint, the graphics department is going to eventually get better. Square Enix are always pushing the bar when it comes to graphics. So I'm not even going to harp on graphics too much because I already know the graphics are going to get extremely better, man. I already know that. But the gameplay, man, oh my goodness, that gameplay came as a huge surprise to me. I kind of wanted them to go back to turn-based because Final Fantasy 15 gameplay wasn't too good. It was kind of poopy. But they're going back to the action thing again, like Final Fantasy 15. And you know what? I can deal with it. It doesn't really matter to me whether they go turn-based or action again. So you know what? I can rock with it. But the gameplay, man, this it looks like a better version of Final Fantasy 15 off the rip. It looks like a better version because the person that did the gameplay for Final Fantasy 15 are the same people that helped with Devil May Cry 5. So I already know this gameplay is gonna be absolutely amazing, yo. This gameplay is gonna be absolutely amazing because Devil May Cry 5 gameplay. If you haven't played Devil May Cry 5 yet, that gameplay is excellent, my dude. Excellent in all caps, excellent. So I already know Final Fantasy 16 gameplay. That shit's gonna be beautiful, yo. That shit's gonna be amazing. Far better than Final Fantasy 15. And I heard the story writers, right? The people who turned Final Fantasy 14 completely around, like made Final Fantasy 14 absolutely amazing. Those are the same people who are doing the story for Final Fantasy 16. So now we're getting fantastic, fantastic, fantastic gameplay with an excellent story. Because I've heard, I never played Final Fantasy 14 because I don't like MMOs, but I heard Final Fantasy 14 has the best story in the entire series. So we're getting a great story with excellent gameplay. Like what? Like this game cannot go wrong. It cannot go wrong, man. You have the best talent working on this game. It can't go wrong, man. I'm telling you right now. Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16. I'll say it for a third time. Final Fantasy 16 really might be the best Final Fantasy game, and next to the Final Fantasy 7 remake. I'm telling you, man. And then they got the characters, man. The characters look old. That's what I want. That's yo. I've been bitching about that for so long, man. I've been saying, man, please give me some damn JRPG characters that's old looking, some adults. That's what I want in my characters, man. In my JRPGs, I want some damn older main characters, and I think I got it in this game. I cannot wait to see what the characters go through, man. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so good, bro. Oh boy, I cannot wait for this game, man. I'm definitely keeping an eye out for this game. Definitely, man. I know a lot of people aren't feeling Final Fantasy 16, and that's okay, because they got the Final Fantasy 7 remake, so they can play the remake while us people that are excited for the new number title can play Final Fantasy 7. Not Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 16. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait until they show some more of this game. Oh my god, man. The only thing I really don't like about this game is the medieval setting. I don't like medieval shit. I think it's just a boring setting. I like the setting from 13, 7, and 8. I kind of like the steampunk. Uh, what you want to call Final Fantasy 8 setting? I don't know what you want to call that shit. It looks kind of modern. Final Fantasy 7, 8. Not Final Fantasy 7. I keep saying Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 8 kind of look kind of modern, but it still has that futuristic type of thing to it. Because of the moving ships and shit. But you still drive cars. I kind of like Final Fantasy 8 setting. But they're moving all the way back to their roots. Because Final Fantasy 1 and 2, they was all in the medieval setting. So I don't got a problem with that. Because They're going back to their roots. I'm not a fan of the medieval setting, but I can work with it if the story and gameplay is good. Actually, the story can be absolutely trash, but if that gameplay is good, oh my god, bro, I'm gonna be on that game for so long, man. I'm telling you. But I cannot wait for Final Fantasy 16. I was about to see Final Fantasy 7 again. Oh my god. But yeah, Final Fantasy 16. Are you ready for Final Fantasy 16? How are you feeling about it? The story, the gameplay, the characters. How are you feeling about this, man? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I see you on the next video. Peace!